Hello, folks. Welcome to the cloud. Uh, Today we're talking about the AWS Internet Gateway. And I just want to sit back and think about the time where a lot of these tools, which we are using today, and maybe some of us are taking them for granted, were not available. If you go back 15, 20 years ago, it was not just that simple to say, hey, I'm going to have access to the internet. I'm going to have a virtual machine or something that I can play with and have access to the internet and back and forth. And today we have that in a matter of minutes. You can have access to the internet from anywhere in the world where there's an AWS infrastructure. That is pretty cool. So this is the Internet Gateway, which is a highly available object that you attach to a VPC, to your virtual private cloud. And this gives you access to the internet, same as you can allow any source from the public internet to access your resources inside your VPC. So it usually is an object that you point to from a route table. You point to the internet gateway, which has an ID, and then that's it. Spin up your virtual machine, and boom, you can get out to the internet just as someone anywhere the public internet. You can allow them to have access to your resources using a security group like we did in the previous content. So we are creating the internet gateways from a script. Again, we're using scripting here to deploy all these resources. And we are going to do the same dance that we do always. Clone the project, deploy it, verify idempotency, and delete it. In this case, the idempotency is really the one from the AWS CLI because there's no need to worry about duplicating internet gateways because you can only create one. So I can try to create as many as I want to, it's not going to let me. And we have the project, and again, it's in the description. You can have access to it. And the internet gateway does not have any dependencies other than the VPC. So you need to have a VPC for you to create an internet gateway. You're going to clone the project. I'm going to access my terminal, and here I am in this folder. Let me step back once. So here we are. Clone it. It's cloned. And I'm gonna access that folder. There we go. Get back. So I performed this command. Now I did that command. Scroll down. And now we get to deploy our internet gateway. Before we do that, let's go over internet gateways. Let's see what we got. Here we have the default internet gateway in US East 1. If I go over to US West 2, I also have a default gateway. So what I want to do first, list, and I want to deploy. All right, redeploying. We go back to US East 1. All right, there you go. We have our internet gateway for network dev 1 VPC. It has been created. Same thing in US West 2. Come back here, I'm going to try to deploy it again. Yep. See, it's not going to let us deploy any more internet gateways because they already exist. And you can see Nothing changed. Still have the same internet gateways. Then what we like to do is always delete, make sure it works. And you can see here for dependency, right? Thing I love about just cloud computing and object-oriented mindset. I can see here can delete the default internet gateways, right? Has dependency, it cannot be deleted. Great stuff. Saves you from a lot of trouble. There we are. So, and again, all deleted. So one thing to know about the cloud, especially in AWS case, nothing gets deleted if it's being used, okay? Now, key is if you delete the very first, the top level object, meaning, for example, if this, for example, in the case of a subnet in the VPC, I cannot delete a VPC if I have subnets running in it, if I have internet gateways, right? So I'm gonna have to delete internet gateways, subnets, then VPC, so backward. And that's the beauty. It's just you can't really mess up unless you want to, right? And for that, you have to go to the highest level, right? Object, delete it, then work backwards, right? If that's what you really want to do, then that's fine. But you can't just mess up that easy. That's the point I'm trying to make. All right, so let's review. Of course, this is the brain. Always build is where all the magic is happening. Feel free to jump in there and look around. But I want to cover these two because they're the ones that you can make changes to without really having to give yourself too much headache. So let's start with the deploy. Deploy is nice and easy, right? We have a list of the regions, USC1 and West 2. This is where we deploying stuff. You can see here, Internet Gateway 1. This is for network Dev 1 VPC. And then we basically create the Internet Gateway, and then we associate it to the VPC. That's the workflow for deployment. Then the deletion is, it's got a little more to it. Same thing, regions, right? The VPC name. And then here we remove the association, right? And here, being lazy, repeated myself twice, it's fine because it's really just two VPC, two regions that we're working with here, right? Just two of them. This means if I really want to stay this way and not want to mess with my code a whole lot, I can just keep adding whatever regions that I'm working with. And then here at the end, we just delete everything, right? So we remove the association from the VPC and then we delete everything else. And that should be it. All right, so we basically created the Internet Gateway from a script. We cloned the project, we deployed the Internet Gateway, we verified default idempotency, I should call that. Really not so much in the script, is really already using AWS CLI default, which is great. And then we made sure that we can delete it, and we deleted it. So this is it for the Internet Gateway, deploying one from a script. Hopefully, as you know, this is making sense. You can see I have the same cadence, nothing different. Things are done the same way. At some point, we're going to put all of this together where we can deploy these separate objects from a single script. And this is how you get into the business of orchestrating your infrastructure. And that's the beauty of that. But at this phase of it, we are using a decoupled method. So it's piece by piece, small pieces, right, that we're building, putting together. And then we'll have, down the road, we'll be able to put all of this together and build things, infrastructures, networks, do a lot of good stuff and fun stuff. So until next time, just keep learning, stay curious, don't get discouraged. Sometimes it may seem overwhelming, but like everything else, we have to crawl, walk, and run. Same thing here. So until next time, salut.